Good evening, seekers of dark lore, and welcome to Blood from a Stone, our horror show. Lightning crash, etc. Hi, everyone.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
What differentiates a seeker of dark lore versus a seeker of lore in general?
It's intent.
Great.
You need
You need dark.
You need ill intent. You wish to do harm if you seek dark lore, which is why people come here to watch the harm that befalls the lovely players. My name is Philip. I'm the Dreadmaster of this game. Dreadmaster, cause horror. And these are our wonderful players tonight. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
That's what we're looking for. We have a fun game with a tight crew here tonight. Some interesting moments may happen. God, when there's only three, it's just so much. It's just that much easier.
Scared.
That much easier to just gobble people
real juice here.
I'm in danger.
Help! I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
So I do, however, want to before we begin, although I don't know that many people have tuned in yet, so this may be
have we not already begun?
We have begun, indeed. But before we begin our game tonight, I want to talk about how we do stream on Sundays. We are not going to be streaming the Dragon game that we stream on Sundays. And boy, the session 0 of that Dragon game was the most boring thing we've done on this channel yet.
I
disagree.
We really got to stop doing session 0s on here. Nobody ever watches them. There's no purpose to that. It was mildly eventful.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, your enjoyment level.
I was so sad that my Sunday night D&D game had to end early, but I was so happy I got to watch that.
You got to see that all actually go down, indeed. So wonderful. So because of that, on our sort of our Halloween game, we're going to have a special one shot that night. We have a couple options for what that is. I might even pause this game a little later if any of you guys just want to let me know if sort of chat gets slightly more sizable. We're going to do a poll in chat using Twitch because of nonsense. We're going to do this 3 times this week. So we'll do it during this game at some point during Here Be Dragon Sessions 1/2 where they actually get to build their characters on Sunday, and then we'll do it at some point during Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I will sort of try to tally the totals from each of those to see which option for our horror game.
Light option.
Which neither of these options will be light. Make no mistake.
It's Halloween. They better
these are not light. Also, not all D&D, which is kind of fun.
Ooh.
There's I hesitate to say that one of them is Call of Cthulhu because I don't anticipate it having Lovecraftian stuff, but it will be using that system, which is one that I'm actually very familiar with and always love to run. So that's the thing to keep in mind. We'll be doing that at some point tonight, perhaps after the stream or perhaps mid-stream. I don't know. But for now, I think that we will begin with our opening invocation, and then I'll give a little description of where we last left things with this intrepid crew. Tonight's invocation is one, actually, Lauren, I've referenced these words to you before when you were asking about what would be meaningful for various reasons, this, that, or the other. For the good of believing in a life after birth, for the good of your body so bright, for the good of the search for some heaven on earth, for the good of one hell of a night, for the good of one hell of a night, Godspeed, 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 speed us away.
Meatloaf.
No. Incorrect.
No?
Is it okay to say it?
To say what?
I don't want to spoil it.
Spoil what?
It might be Dustin Lynch, whoever that is.
I'll be honest, I don't know that is a name I've ever heard.
Well, I only know Jane Lynch.
And who doesn't? She's ubiquitous these days.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's not the right one.
So, friends, when we last left this this group of people, they were sort of fleeing from a strange conflagration here in paradise. The awakened understand that paradise is a prison, a domain of dread. They understand that there is a dark lord here called the Stone Man, whose poetic and rock and roll soaked obsessions tend to tilt events in one way or another and kind of keep them all stuck here. They've all been sort of living under sort of a gauzy dream until they're awoken with memories of deaths other than their own, thanks to this angel who performed a ritual. This angel's name is Etienne Rene. He is an enemy of the Stone Man, and he wishes to escape, and that has become the goal of all of these other survivors. Among them, we have Dr. Robert Schlichter, a psychiatrist.
Right.
He can get the scripts. We have Dylan Sneed, a young man, next door neighbor of a woman named Carla Breton, who seems to be pretty violent at times. And we also have Oksana Smirnov, a Russian exchange student weightlifter who seems to be sort of very drawn to a young woman named Dahlia Frey, an extremely charismatic theater major from Darkmoor College. Dahlia Frey is another member of this group, as is Sorrow, a devil-shaped, she has horns and dark red skin. She's something called a tiefling, but I don't really think anyone in this group are familiar with that. And she came out of a tarot card. These 5 people kind of had gathered together. They narrowly encountered the Stone Man, or they narrowly avoided like a full fight with the Stone Man, who seems to be over his obsession with Dahlia. He used to be very interested in her, but it appears that he has moved his focus to someone else.
Yeah.
And Dahlia did say she was mildly, there was a part of her that was like, in spite of how bad having his focus is, part of her was kind of mildly by that. This group fled. They were then spoken to by a strange fish-like creature who told them they could potentially find some safety and peace in the Paradise Marshes, also called the Marshes of the Grave Beyond. Another domain. There seems to be some kind of connection, although whether or not that gate will remain open, no one is certain. They fled, the group fled. Someone creepy was watching them. We don't have to get into that awesome final moment of last week, because none of you saw it. But we now find this group looking for a place to hole up. So what was the plan?
Do we have a plan?
We run from the danger and we hide.
They basically said that you all had said you wanted to like go inside. You wanted to not be out on the street.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
And we followed Dylan.
Well, there was a fence we could go over. That's what I'm good at. I can do that.
Okay,
So I
so
went over the fence.
Dylan will lead the group to a fence. Dylan, I'd like for you to make, I think to convey information, I would let you do either a performance check or a... God, I don't even know. I think it really is a performance check to like explain the best way to get over this kind of quickly.
-2. Let's go.
Or
That's a
persuasion.
0.
A 0.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Let me tell you. Wait. Oh wait. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Hang
Okay.
on. That's still a 2 on the die.
Sure. Yeah.
Aha! And it's still a 0.
It's still a 0.
Great job.
Same rough modifier on that. Lovely. So, you all, Dylan kind of like jumps up over the fence without difficulty and is like, yeah, he's kind of doing the thing of like, you just kind of go like this, and it's just like not something any of the rest of you are following at all. But as you sort of stand there for a moment, and Oksana, you feel that Sorrow is mentioning something to you. It's hard to hear because like the winds are sort of picking up and the clouds are kind of going and there's a crack of thunder in the distance. It still has been raining slightly. You hear Sorrow saying something, maybe it has to do with like the Dahlias of the world. I don't know. She's been saying a lot of stuff like that, but she mentioned something about marshes, and then you feel this cold kind of like wind just rushing across the back of your neck. Dylan, you feel it too, as do you, Dr. Robert. And it's very misty suddenly. You guys have like only a few feet of visibility. You hear Dahlia kind of like, oh, well, sort of as if noticing something, seeing something. But you can't really see her based on the position of this. Dylan, you're up on this fence, and yeah, like you can see maybe the fence just right underneath you, in a little distance in either way, and then nothing further.
Can I hear anything coming up?
Make a perception check.
Oh man, that's a 15.
With a 15, it's an oh man, because I bet it was close to a 13 on the die.
It was a 10 on the die.
With a 15, you hear this kind of like, but it's in the distance. Although it is getting louder.
Someone's bringing a bike. Someone's biking. Please let's get off the street quickly.
Yes, I think we should.
Let's move.
Okay, so rather than climbing over this fence, you guys are just going to continue moving along.
Well, if there's a way to get
but
like
to
around
the
it,
side of the road,
like off the street, away from the street.
Understood. Somebody who among you would like to make the if Dylan is leading, then Dylan would make the survival check to kind of lead this group.
I mean, I do also have a +3 to survival.
Okay.
So. God damn. Okay, that's a 9. I'm equally upset that these rolls are bad as I am that they're not 13s.
So basically, you lead everyone kind of quickly, and there's like some like just trying to spot each other, and some feet go for a moment, and then you all hear, and you can almost see kind of like through the fog. You can't really see how far it is, but you do see this faint kind of like orange glow of the flame from those motorcycles of the burning bats, and it passes about. Go ahead.
Does anyone in the group have any memory of motorcycles from past lives?
Yes, you and Oksana both would from when you were Buster and Madam Ether. So both of you, why don't you guys both make wisdom saving throws as you hear this?
Ah, god damn it.
7.
7.
7 as well.
It triggers something, but you don't really recall anything specifically or helpful.
Neither of you happen to have a -6 to your wisdom saving throws.
No.
But so both of you kind of listen and kind of it triggers some weird memory, but nothing you can really wrap your mind around. But it's as you're sort of all listening and both of you kind of having this moment and like Dylan moving, you do realize that you can only see these three. No one sees Dahlia and no one sees Sorrow. And you've been kind of running somewhat haphazardly, across streets. Now you see that glow is seems to be moving kind of parallel to you about 30 feet away, maybe 60 feet away. It's like you don't see anything, but you see this orange kind of glow.
So, I no longer see Dahlia.
You do not see Dahlia.
I've lost her! Where is pretty girl?
I
She was right here. I had her hand. Where did she go?
I don't. I usually lose sight of the pretty girls quickly because I'm not paying attention.
No, we have to go back.
I don't believe it's go back.
But
Go back
I lost
where?
her. I can't lose her.
Go where?
Back into the light.
It doesn't feel right.
The sound of those bikes is now fully receding.
Can I try to run to catch the lights?
Make a perception check, I suppose.
That would be 15. No, it's not a nat 13.
15. You run after the light. Now they're going faster than you, but you are sort of parallel to them. So you're basically chasing after this, and you are even now you smell smoke and burnt rubber.
Okay. I will run and just reach out.
I mean, it's a motor. So you're gonna try to physically get on the thing. Make an athletics check for that. In that case. This is trying to do just like a super crazy sprint as maybe they were taking a curve and you're somehow going to try to like just.
Even if they're not within reach, I'm still.
Oh, understood.
reaching out.
Understood.
But that's an 18.
With an 18, you run. Now wait a second. What's your modifier? Oh, it's a +6 for you, isn't it?
It's not a 13.
It's a +6 because she's got a 4 in strength. That's right.
Oh,
so
look, Book and Dagger's in here tonight, so we have to be on point.
That's true. Yeah, we got no guardrails here. We gotta be on it. So as you sort of are sprinting, running, trying to catch up there, you actually manage to put your hand on like the back of that bike.
Okay.
And it's like there's like flames sort of shooting out of this, but your hand's over that, and this face kind of turns around, leather jacket, but like there's like kind of furry, and you see this like huge humanoid bat face.
Wait, it's a furry?
Their arms are furry because it is a bat. It is a 5 foot tall bat that is driving this thing, and you see like wings kind of like folded to sort of under, kind of like folded up behind, kind of like cut out of their leather jacket. And they sort of see you and are very surprised to see you there. And kind of just like hiss at you. So I will actually pull up. I should have thought I knew these. I knew this was an encounter that was possible. I really should have had the stats ready to go. This person is this bat is going to try to like kind of just like like jostle you off. So they will just roll a general check to try to like do their thing. So this will be the DC of a dex save that you'll have, and they do terrible. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Nope. That was a 5.
Oh, great.
What? 5.
So basically, they do a terrible job of trying to shake you off and kind of like, but you do a terrible job of like holding on to the back. You sort of roll through it. This flame you pass through. You do take 3 points of fire damage.
Oh, man.
It's like fire is kind of on your arms and singeing your hair as this kind of gout of these flames out of the back exhaust of this bike. And then, and like you kind of fall down into like the burnt rubber smelling in the middle of the road.
Okay.
The rest of you, did you run after her at all? Were you kind of staying within eyesight of her?
I'm trying to, yeah.
So yeah, you guys kind of move back, so you sort of see her kind of like reaching for it and get thrown off.
And I'll just lay in the road with my like head down, saying, "Pretty girl, no."
Okay.
Are you okay? You okay?
I don't know.
It's not time to have emotions right now. We
Aren't
must.
you some therapist? Do you not deal with emotions? Can you not help me with my feelings right now? Or do you just do drugs? Because I will take drugs right now to numb whatever is happening in my heart.
That can wait for later. You can lay down on the couch and we can talk about it. Now is time to survive.
Doctor, do you have any like coping mechanisms that we can use right now?
Oh, well, you remember the breathing I taught you before?
Yes. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out. I don't know if I can hold my breath that long.
Distraction always helps. Or shake it out. Just shake it out, Dylan. Well done.
As you sort of do this, Dylan, you especially, do either of what is Robert Schlichter's passive perception? 9?
9. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. Dylan, you hear a door opening, a front door opening. You guys are still sort of in the suburbs where you were running, and sort of standing in the doorway of a house that you're familiar with is this maybe 65-year-old woman. Her name is Mrs. Smith Wellington, and she she's very active in the church, we'll phrase it like that. She often yells at you for going through her backyard. But she will sort of say to you all, "It's not safe out there. You should come inside.
Yeah.
Dylan, is it safe with her?
I mean, do I like? I don't think that she's. I'm like, if she's active in the church, I guess I would. I mean, I don't like her, but she seems like she would be dangerous. So yeah. I think so.
That's not always accurate.
Well, that was me processing, but I think she is. I think so.
Okay.
Kind of like if I look at her, does she have like the look of someone who like knows what's
Make an insight check.
knows the dealio. That's a natural 1 for a 2.
You're doing great.
She seems to be worried, and she's beckoning you, very aggressively.
All right, yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Okay. So,
Does only Dylan's character know this woman?
you're in the neighborhood as well here, but you don't probably leap into a lot of people's backyards doing parkour. So, roll me a. Well, knew the odds of a decent but sub 50. Roll me a D4.
3.
You know where to look at her. You've never spoken to her. You've maybe seen her here or there. You don't even know her name.
This place seems good enough. We're in the neighborhood. We might as well go inside. It's better than outside.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Doctor.
We proceed.
Okay, yeah. I start walking up.
All right. She kind of like backs away from her house, or kind of backs away from the door, kind of gesturing you all to go in. You walk in. There's the very strong scent of like flowers and like, like lemon pledge and just all sorts of like kind of just really
Like potpourri?
intense potpourri. Yeah, very intense potpourri and kind of a lot of like cleaning products mixed with floral scents, aerosols and things of that nature. She's kind of wearing she's like wearing her house coat. And she is wearing like a little hat. And kind of has like gloves on and like scarf, and she looks very kind of bundled up.
Thank you.
And it's pretty cold in here is another point that you notice.
Is the couch covered in plastic?
Yes.
Yes. This is familiar to me.
Come, sit down.
Oh, thank you. My babushka would not let me. Even on the plastic, so this is very nice. Thank you.
She closes the door once you're all in, and then you see she locks it, and she takes the key, puts it in her house coat.
I stand back away from the couch, kind of in the corner of the room.
Okay. It's a living room full of old lady tchotchkes, yes. Numerous little wicker baskets of potpourri. There are a couple of glass candy dishes filled with Werther's Originals, hard butterscotch candy on the table.
I'm like sitting like on the couch. I'm like on the very edge and like bouncing my feet. Like I'm very, very anxious.
It is not safe out there. I'll get you something to drink. She goes into her kitchen. There's kind of like one of those like swinging door, like the slatted wooden swinging door. She walks in there. And you hear her opening a refrigerator and, pouring some things.
Can I shout after her? Can I have something that is closed with a seal on it? I just prefer, for my personal well-being, always. I'm sure you understand with all of these cleaning things, just the germs and stuff. I would just like something that is sealed. If you have it, if not, I'm fine.
Dylan, you hear her kind of grumbling for a second. But then you hear a cabinet open and a couple of things kind of clunk onto something. And after a moment or two of you sort of sitting here catching your breath, the mist still pretty thick outside, she comes in with a tray, walks it in the door. And she sets a tray down, a tray containing a pitcher of lemonade and some cans of soda. Diet soda.
Thank you very much. And I'll reach for one of the diet cans, and with my shirt just like aggressively rub the top of it to clean it.
She seems to like barely be paying attention to this. She's just looking at all of you.
Do you know what's going on?
It's not safe outside. You should wait here for a minute. Something's very, very wrong today.
Today? It has been wrong for, like, at least 2 days that I have been out. So
Oh, yes, for 2
have
days.
you not picked up on that?
No, it has been. It has been wrong for 2 days.
Is it worse today? Because if it is, then...
No. Yeah, it's the same bad today. She's just kind of like
bad.
fidgeting around and kind of rubbing her hands and just sort of.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you specifically describe what is wrong that you have noticed around here?
Bad people about. Motorcycles yes, bad things about. You're all safe here. Have some lemonade. You like lemonade, don't you, boy? You always climb over my fences.
Do you mind if I have a soda?
Dylan, take this soda. And I grab another one of the sodas and shove it at Dylan. Maybe too aggressively.
You can have a soda. I have them for guests. I have as many sodas as you like. I only get them for guests.
Do you have many guests here?
Just from the church from time to time. What is your passive perception, Oksana?
My passive perception is not readily available. It's 14.
14. Oh, actually, you heard a couple of the things that I've attributed to only Dylan. My apologies. But both of you do hear like a footstep in the kitchen.
Do you have other people in this house? Perhaps a husband or a wife? I'm very open. Very open, obviously. But, these things, they don't happen for me. Love in any way. Anyway, do you have any spouse here?
No, my husband is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyone? Sister? Brother? Dog?
No dog. No one here. It's safe in here.
Ma'am, would you please define safe?
She kind of just sits down into one of the chairs in the room. Just seems very tired. You're a doctor. You've had some medical training. And you said you're still standing up. You can kind of, you'd have to like walk over to her, but you could do a like a once over her. You could do a medicine check if you'd like.
Sure. Well, that's a 3.
She just seems
great today.
She's a psychiatrist.
Old.
I'm out of practice.
No, I get it. She just seems very old. She's sort of shivering and kind of, scarf and gloves and things on, just all bundled up. She seems, I mean, even with a 3, she seems a little out of sorts, but you're not really sure of any cause for it. You just assume she's old.
I want to walk over and pour some lemonade and smell it.
Okay, make a perception check.
While he's doing that, is there a thermostat in the room or something?
Yes, actually, it would be up across the room, kind of next to the door to the kitchen, but you could do that.
18.
18. You smell, it's sweet and lemony. You don't smell anything that shouldn't be in there. It is a little hard to tell in this room because there's so many other, scents, but if you just kind of, it smells lemony and sugary. And Dylan, if you've walked over to the thermostat.
I'm not going to walk over, but I'm saying, you look cold. Would you want me to turn up the heat a little bit?
No, oh, no, that's all right. I don't want to, I don't want to spend, I must be thrifty, yes.
Well, I mean, if you look outside, the world is basically ending, so you might as well be comfortable while you go out. Do you happen to know anything about this ending of the world that's going on right now? Old lady.
She kind of looks up suddenly. It's just want to save a little money, that's all.
At the end of the world, at the end of all things, when there are like bats flying around on motorcycles, stealing my love, my friend girl, my friend girl.
Actually, I should roll for this too. She just kind of stares at you. Kind of eyes don't really seem to be really understanding what you're saying.
Ma'am, the end of the world is happening. There is dramatic things happening, very bad. This world is tearing apart. I have been told to find holes in mist and go through, and then mountains have been happening. So, do you know anything about this, or should we just continue out? What bad things did you see happening? Because we're sitting here having diet soda, which thank you, because I tried to stay away from sugar. But what is happening in your mind, in your view?
Just a lot of. It's just important to have good people around, not bad elements. That's all. There's a lot of bad element in town. It's good to have. I should get you something else.
No.
She starts trying to stand up.
No. Why don't you have some lemonade? You look like you should have some sugars. Is your sugars low? Because you should have some sugars in the lemonade, right? Because this has no sugar. This diet thing, no.
She might be diabetic. It might not be safe.
Well, if her sugars are low, she needs the higher sugar in the lemonade. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour her a glass of lemonade and hand it to her.
Okay. She takes it in a very unsteady hand. Her hand seems like very cold. Her skin is like very kind of like, like sort of thin, and you can see a lot of like veins underneath. And she seems very
anemic.
She seems very anemic. Yes, it's a good word.
Does she have like bruises on her arms?
She's very covered up, so you don't see.
Okay.
Under her eyes, it's a little bruised. We'll make a perception check if you're kind of trying to like look her over.
Okay. That was a 14.
Damn.
Plus 4, so 18.
She has a lot of like blood like on her neck underneath her scarf.
But just in a normal, like very old person way, or in an abnormal way?
It looks like really caked on under there.
Oh, like blood on the outside.
No,
not
like when you get close to her, like underneath a scarf she's wrapped, you see like dried blood all on her neck underneath.
Did you get bit right here? Let's say.
No.
What happened? Did you fall downstairs? Wait, are we in a 1-story or 2?
It's a 2-story building.
Did you fall downstairs?
Yes.
No, you did not, because you had to think about that. Although you are old, so I'll give you benefit of doubt. But
you can do an insight check if you'd like.
Oh.
Anyone present could do so.
12.
Man, you're really flirting with it here.
Plus 4, 16.
She's lying. She didn't fall.
Okay, I know that people say that. You know who I know say that? People who be abused. So you can tell me. Are you you can, okay? Give me this if you are okay, and the person that has been stepping around is safe, and give me this if you are not safe and you would like us help.
No one has been stepping around.
Just give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you okay or not okay?
I'm okay. Just
no, I need you to do
bad
this
people. She's
Okay,
got like a mittens on, but she kind of gives you she tries to kind of do that very weakly.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My ears perk up because I didn't hear anybody stepping around, but now I'm very curious. Stepping around. What did you hear?
I heard just footstep in the kitchen,
Mhm.
right? I heard footstep in kitchen, so
I did too. Yeah.
okay, so I'm not crazy.
Well, I mean,
Well,
people say that you just because you might hear something doesn't mean you are not crazy, right, Doctor?
True.
Little
I mean, we
ass
have a
kisser.
characters in our head, and we choose who we give the microphone to.
I heard what I heard, and you heard it too. So if you heard it and I heard it, and it's crazy to hear a footstep, then we are both crazy. So congratulations. Welcome to the Looney House. Lady, you run Looney House. Congratulations. I will not pay you, though.
Ma'am,
What?
we need to go into your kitchen.
Oh. No. I can get you anything you need. She sort of starts standing up and trying to move towards her kitchen.
I'm going to gently put my hands on her shoulders
Okay.
and not try to move her or anything. Just try to keep her where she is and look into her eyes and say, "Who is in the kitchen?"
She just glassy-eyed. No one.
She does not know who is in kitchen. I mean, she says no one, but I do not believe her because her eyes are like, what? So
No one.
I moved toward the kitchen
Okay.
to go peer through the. Are you able to see through? Is it
You
just like
you
a
have to
little-
push the door open to kind of open it up.
I'd like to listen in the door and see if there's anything I can hear first. Very close to it.
Okay. Make a perception check, just listening.
15.
what is your modifier?
It's -1, yeah.
Negative
Oh,
one,
thank God.
sadly. Yes. Okay, great. You hear the sound of paper, like a newspaper being opened, and you also hear like a hissing sound, like a kettle is on or something, like a tss, like that.
Do I surmise that that's a person of some sort, or just could be
You
like
you
something-
hear something that sounds like a person moving, but you also now suddenly hear this like it seems like you feel like you would have heard this a minute ago, but someone has turned on like a steam kettle or something, put that on the oven or whatever degree.
I describe to them what I hear and say she cannot be trusted. There is someone in the kitchen, and back away from the door.
You hear a voice actually coming from the kitchen. Oh, is there someone out there? Come on in.
I look at the lady and say, "Who is that?"
There's no one in the kitchen.
Do not lie to me, lady.
Dr. Schlichter, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Zane.
It's a 2.
Okay. That just yeah, you feel like going in the kitchen might make sense. It's not, you're not compelled to, but you usually hear a voice. They're asking if someone's there, etc., etc.
This is preposterous. I open the door.
Okay, you open the door. Sitting at the kitchen table, like you can't see who it is, behind like a newspaper, but you push it open, the others can see in here, seems to be a man. There is on the sort of stove, the kettle is steaming, and there's like a thick cloud of steam kind of like on the ceiling, just kind of clinging there. Sitting, however, on the table is this strange sort of contraption. It sort of looks like a film camera, but it has all sorts of other strange like nodes and dials and things like this. Again, I need you specifically, Dr. Schlichter, to make a wisdom saving throw.
3. Not doing great here.
No. And you stare at that object for a few moments, but you have this nagging feeling in your stomach that something. You feel you're missing something. The man behind the paper sort of closes it and like looks at you and smiles. He's a well-dressed professorial type, probably like the kind of guy you'd get along with. But as you're not a professor, you don't necessarily know the people who taught at the school. But he's sort of there, like, oh, hello.
No.
Are you okay? And I need you because you have now heard and seen the object. You are making one more wisdom saving throw. It seems like it's more opportunities, but it's also, there's things here.
5.
And you just...
Wait, it's better.
You look at the face, and there's this horrible moment in which you see him in your mind. I think what's probably happening is that this powerful mind, this powerful presence of Robert Schlichter, is very much in the driver's seat, and whatever awakening he's had, these specific memories, it's like he's having like this like tunnel vision, his vision's vignetting and blurring. He can't quite understand who he's looking at. Something about it seems wrong, and yet there is no dawning awareness, no memory of a man named Anders Anderson. He's kind of like looking at there. Or Anders Anderson, I suppose, is how it went. But he's just like, oh, come in, I guess. I good to see you. Are you a ghost? He puts a hand on his ectoplasmic spectrometer on the table.
A ghost. Yes, we are ghosts here.
Oh.
We are ghosts.
Oh, are you? Oh, he begins to turn the machine on, and you see these like whirring and kind of like some kind of film canisters are going. Oksana and Dylan, you guys are sort of seeing this from like through the door. What are the two of you doing?
Do I see the man sitting at the table?
You do, yes.
Do I recognize him at all?
You actually can also make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm also definitely peeking around.
Dylan, I don't think this face means anything to you.
Okay.
Yeah. What do we got? Natural 13?
Yeah, but that's a 15 wisdom saving throw.
All right. So, welcome. So, if we haven't managed to this on this game, whenever everyone rolls a natural 13, we just increase the good old dread clock.
The best part.
Don't y'all worry. There we go. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna blame it on the COVID booster shot that I got yesterday. That's why this happened.
Yeah.
And now the pièce de résistance. We're gonna roll. We're just looking. What we're looking for is a good old X, or we're looking for a Y or Z here. That would be really bad in this moment, my friends. It's not a Y or Z.
Damn.
Thank God.
Don't worry, you guys are already plenty fucked. He just kind of looks up. Oh. Hey there. Now, Oksana, you look at him, and you, from your memories of Madame Ether, remember this man. He was there, and you remember him being killed the same time you were, kind of in the marshes by a vampire.
And I remember exactly how, right?
Or actually just in the woods, not the marshes. That was the second time. You remember he was slain by a vampire, yes. And so you remember this face and who he was, how he used to be awakened.
And Dylan is near me. Right?
Dylan's like right there, kind of behind you out of the room. Dylan's peeking in, and it doesn't mean anything.
I would like to grab Dylan and say, "We need to leave," and head toward the nearest exit.
All right. So the nearest exit would probably be like
Lock the
through
door.
this kitchen, but the front door is locked. You know that. But this man is sort of standing up and kind of walking to. He's walking to Dr. Schlichter. Oh, you're a ghost, huh? Here, can I use my device on you?
Figuratively speaking, ghost.
Oh, I
we
see.
Are, as
He
you
clicks
know.
it off and sets it down. Oksana's pulling Dylan. He's saying, wait, where are you going? No, we wanted to talk to you.
I already know enough. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Well,
And-
if you already know enough, you might as well stick around and chat with us.
And you are?
I'm Anders Anderson. My friends call me Buster. I want people to call me Buster.
Oksana is like heading toward, I guess, the front door and trying to unlock it?
There's no lock. She took the key out of the lock.
Oh.
It's in her house coat.
Can I try to rip off the lock?
Sure, you could make an athletics check if you wanted to.
15.
You're it's gonna take you a couple, a little bit of trying, but you're beginning to like break that front door, and the woman's kind of, but suddenly, as soon as that sound happens, Anders Anderson and Dylan, I guess you're kind of at the front door with her, so you don't see this. You see this, Robert. The Anders Anderson goes, but Robert, you see that cloud of mist above the stove, like snake light, just. And moves out of the kitchen over your head, out through that door. You hear the woman out there, and as kind of Oksana's like pulling on the door. Dylan, you see this cloud like moving towards you, and then forming into this kind of androgynous figure. And Oksana, you're pulling on it, and then you hear this voice behind you say, "Oh, my dear, do you need a little help with that? It seems you're making an awful racket. Is there something wrong?"
Do I recognize this voice?
You do recognize the voice. Having already kind of remembered this time and your own death, you remember this voice. So you're not looking at it, you're just pulling on the door, and now you hear it behind you, this kind of, suddenly a presence there. Dylan, you see this kind of figure, very kind of gaunt, thin, sort of longish hair.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and push Dylan, like, behind me. I guess against the wall next to the door. And say, we do not want any part of this.
Well, we do. We want assistance. Now, if any of you can answer some questions for us, you can be the one we don't feed upon. It's that simple. Dr. Anders Anderson is kind of like standing there like in the door and like now kind of like not pushing you back into the main room, but Dr. Anderson is kind of gesturing for you to kind of go back in the living room, Robert.
You son of a bitch, Anders!
Wow, that's kind of mean. Sorry.
I know you don't know me, but I know you very, very well.
Oh.
I have seen all of you, and let me tell you, none of it is impressive.
Oh. Gee, wow. It's, wow, that was like a really cool night for me, and it's a shame it's being, but all right, well, okay, that's mean. Anders will kind of take a look at you for a moment, kind of peering. Rolls, yeah, I think that's enough to sort of say, oh, ether, or the other ether, is that ether in there? It's crazy how these spirits and ghosts, the ghosts of, you're possessed by a ghost. Did you know that? You all are. All three of you are. It's fascinating.
Yes, we've surmised.
I actually am, and he's using his electroplasmic spectrometer kind of on all of you. He's just, yeah, there's levels of it. How it's fascinating on these awakened people. And Hopfin says, yes, it's most fascinating, and it's information that we are interested in. But we're also interested in having a nice kind of like, she's like trying to reach to put a hand on Dylan's shoulder.
And I'm...
and you definitely notice a bit more feminine energy coming from Hopfin than typically. Largely because that's what she last fed on. So she's kind of like, yes, but robust specimens such as yourself. I was hoping to see Dahlia, but... has she already been slain? Miss Frey?
No, she has not been slain. She has been taken.
Oh, taken? Ooh, taken by whom? This is most interesting, so you're already giving me information. Perhaps we will not consume you and we can drink the boys, yeah? Would that be better?
No! Well, this one, no. That therapist over there, have at it. But this one is too young.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? You're being thrown under the bus.
I don't want to deal with any of this. I am intrigued about what you said about us being ghosts and. Sure,
here let me show you on this spectrometer how you're registering with low levels of sort of undead energy as other spirits and consciousnesses are seeing. Kind of he's like waving this thing over. You actually make an investigation check. This is or a nature check.
While this is happening,
yeah.
can I turn to Dylan and say, do not answer any questions? Do you hear me?
Well,
We're going to try to get you out.
You follow enough. Is it 12 or 13, by the way?
no, it was an 11.
Cool. You basically you follow enough that there's like some images on this thing and moving things on you and detecting certain elements. Yeah. This is so
different
interesting.
Consciousnesses and spirits,
Yes.
ghosts inside of us.
Yes, there's spirits stuck to you. Exactly. And it's very interesting. It's a question we are trying to figure out ourselves.
If we answer your questions, will you let us go?
Let one of you go.
If I answer your questions, will you let the boy go?
Sure. It's a boy.
Without killing him or turning him into whatever you turned the Anderson and the woman into.
Sure.
The,
We want to that to him. That's fine.
and he will be safe.
Yeah. I mean, it's a scary world out there, but he'll be safe from me for now. Yeah. This is the deal you wish to strike?
I think it's a bit premature to be striking deals. I hear they don't go well here.
Well, sometimes, but sometimes they're better than nothing.
Well, I would like to know more about you. What is your name?
I am Hopfin.
Hopfin.
Guten Abend.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it is.
Where are you from?
Not here. I'm from Die Leckergärten. Have you ever heard of it?
I have not heard of Die Leckergärten, you say.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Please tell me more about where you come from.
Imagine a beer garden. It stretches on for miles, and every brew more delicious than the last, with flavors and extracts and ingredients and things that are just so delightful. It's good cheer all of the time.
Beer is weak compared to vodka. We have vodka gardens in Russia, so, you know.
This
Oksana.
Imagine that. Imagine
Yes.
being alive.
Now
and
I am
going to beer.
beginning to think that perhaps I will not even wish to consume of you. You will be for Anders over there. But yes, if you answer all our questions, then I'm going to let your little boy go. Yeah?
He's not my little boy. He's just a little boy that is unfortunately attached to us now. So I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm sorry.
So is that a yes? You'll answer our questions.
I'm not agreeing to be eaten or bitten or whatever because, you know, you could have cross-contamination with Madam Ether. So
Understood.
would you want two of the same person flying around with the... You know, that would not be
I would
good.
like that greatly. It is an interesting experiment.
You know, we're going to see what happens. As long as you let the
Okay.
little boy go, we will see what happens after that. That is not a guarantee that you can bite me or...
Oh, okay. Okay. So you'll answer my questions. You will explain to me the nature of the ritual that was performed to transfer these consciousnesses this way, and you will tell me what the angel's new plan is. Yeah? All of you must understand this. You're all awakened, even the boy. You can smell it on him.
We do not have the entire plan. We just have things are floating around in our head that are not completely put together. I was told to find a hole in the veil or in the mist. And
A hole in the mist. Where in the mist is there a hole?
we do not know. Were we told?
You were told it was in the marshes.
In the marshes, but things are changing, so who knows if the marshes were there.
They are changing, but in the marshes, I see. What about this mountain that has just appeared? Is there a
We
hole
do
there?
not know anything about that.
What has the angel said about it to you?
I don't remember.
You
What
haven't
the angel
spoken. You haven't spoken to the angel. Since
Oh, okay. Thank God. I do not know. Things are happening that we do not know what are happening.
I
We
see.
do not have all of the pieces,
Of course, but you've provided me with some that are useful. What about?
but not all of them.
What about you, Doctor? Are there things you know? Things you can
Well,
share?
There are things that I can share. I do believe I have died multiple times.
Yes.
I do believe I know things. However, I must survive to be able to fill out the rest of the picture. I'm empirically trying to gather evidence. And if I die this evening, I will not be able to fill you in.
Well, that seems, strictly speaking, not true. And in fact, sort of, Doctor, and actually, I'm going to pull up your old stats for Buster. He's got a +5 to his ectoplasmic spectrometer. I'm going to roll on this for him. That is a 17, so that's a 22. So he does a...
Oh, no.
You've got multiple spirits on here. This is so interesting. And he kind of comes over to you, Oksana, and waves it and says, there's only one on her, and there's a couple on him, but you've got, let's see, Buster, Kenny Spencer, Vigo, Bruce. You've got
So you're prepared for dying a lot?
He's like, there's so many on you. And he says, there's so many on this one person. Hovind says, very interesting. Okay, well, what about you, pretty boy? Is there anything you'll remember? Anything you can share to fill in this picture for us a bit?
I never was there, right?
You remember those Martians. Well, actually, make a wisdom saving throw.
I remember the Martians. I mean, Yahtzee,
No.
baby!
No!
Oh, that's a 14, but a natural 13.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Dylan!
Dylan did it again, y'all.
I regret protecting you.
I don't regret you protecting me.
So that does get you to a
14.
14. Yeah. So you with that, there is a real kind of like, there's a memory of like, like you are sort of remembering that place, and you remember those marshes.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the marshes. I remember like they got even like wetter than normal, right? Like there were those weird like fish things, like with like water horses. I don't know.
And where was it centered upon? Where was the spot where it all appeared? Because you do remember that it started where you guys were. You were the epicenter of it.
The prison.
It's a prison. Boy, you've done well, and she has said you can leave, so he can leave. That is fine. Liebchen, and she kind of goes over to the old woman and says, here, and she takes the key out and comes over to the door and tries to put the key in and kind of makes a big deal. Oh, the lock is all busted up now. Because of this, it's so hard to sort of get it in. There we go, and she kind of opens the door. Yes, young man, you can go. Thank you so much for your help.
Can they please come with me?
Oh, make a persuasion check.
If it's another 13.
The 13th is basically a natural 20 of this game, right, Philip?
I mean, effectively, yes.
For you? Oh, no.
Well, I have a -2, so that's a 17.
Oh, it's good. She kind of chuckles. Okay. Fair enough. Which one of them do you more want to take out with you? Which one of them would you like to save and we'll drink the other two?
I'm just looking. I'm like looking back and forth.
The nice girl, and she's in love, and she was protecting you, or the good doctor who's very smart and very self-possessed?
Sorry, doctor.
So it goes.
Her.
You wish to save her. Perfect. Doctor, you're free to go. And then she starts pushing Oksana. She puts like a hand on Oksana, like not letting you go. And you see Anders Anderson. Oh, really? And she goes, yes, he was very persuasive.
But you said...
Oh, I know. I lied to you about which one I'd free. This will hurt you more, yeah? Go, doctor, if you'd like to live. Now's your chance. You don't have to. Go off with nice boy.
I have a character conflict right now.
Mm-hmm. That's the best kind.
I'm not ready to leave.
Oh, then you'll be going alone, Dylan, it seems. She smiles, this like fangy smile right at you, Oksana. She's right there, you know.
Can I say, Dylan, whatever happens, it is not your fault.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. Just go.
Start. Come on.
And tell pretty girl, if I don't make it, tell her I love her. If I do make it, little shit, you better not tell her because I have to tell her myself. So just go.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
I started kind of stumbling back out of the house.
Dylan stumbles out. You're standing right there at the door, but she's kind of watching. So, Doctor, you're not going either? And she's going to, like, put a hand on the door to try to close it. Andrew's like, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to, it's going to be great if I can just record this.
Record what?
Oh, your consumption.
Literally or figuratively?
Both.
Literally, you fucking idiot. They are vampires. They are going to eat us.
And Hopfin
Do you
will
have
sort of
any
look at
swords
you,
or anything?
Oksana, and say, now, you, I think, could make things interesting. This is why I've yet to charm you. So, if you're going to resist, now's your opportunity.
Can I punch?
Sure, go ahead. You could do a sucker punch. You've got your gloves
Punch him
on.
in the
Go
teeth.
ahead.
What would that be, a check or would that be an attack?
Oh, it's an attack roll. Make an attack roll upon this vampira.
Okay. 21.
21 hits the vampira. All right, so roll your damage.
Sorry. I have to. Okay. I'm scared. $13. Not natural.
Oh,
13
Well,
damage.
that wasn't even a
That's
D20.
damage, yeah.
Wonderful. All right, so 13 damage on poor Hopfin. With that, I do need all three of you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
here we are.
That's a solid natural 1 for initiative.
What is that? That gets you to something, though, right? You've got
That gets me to a 1.
Dylan has a 1 in his all this flipping around. He's got a 1 in dexterity.
I have an 11 dex.
Love it. All right, so Dylan is just out
I'm not
there.
good at parkour. I just do it. For the love of the game.
That's not great. What do you got, Oksana?
Oh.
And then, Doctor, what do you have? Dr. Schlichter.
Oh, 11.
11.
Did you do it? Did you do it?
4. No,
Oh.
no. You. My face gets more.
I heard a 4, and I was like, was it a 14 with a +1?
No.
I rolled so good for both of these vampires. Wow. They are actually both, with one with a 16 and a +4 and one with a 17 and a +3. They are both on initiative count 20.
Yikes.
So Hopfin, so in response to you popping Hopfin for 13, like that's like, you do real damage. And Hopfin has this moment of like, nah! As like the punch fully lands. Whatever resistance she typically has to sort of like non-magical damage did not function. And she kind of snaps her head back at you. And you see at the beginning of her turn, all but, how many points? 20, that's rude. All of the damage you just did is erased. As her regeneration kicks in, but she looks at you. Oh, we can do some things with you. Yes, yes, indeed. Antis, come over here, and she is now going to attempt to grapple you. She's gonna try to like grab hold of you so she can start draining your blood. You.
Me?
Yes. Yes.
Huh.
So she will make a grapple check. So you can do an athletics check in response to this. This is contested.
I will.
She rolls.
It's a 12, not a 13. So it's 18.
She
rolled 19.
She rolled a 22.
Ugh.
So she grabs hold of you and then gets her fangs out, and she's going to try to bite down upon you. Now that time, God, even with a +9. Well, actually, you may have to. What is your? She rolls a 12 to hit you.
My armor class is 10.
Oh.
Sweet
Stop
mercy.
smiling like that, Philip.
All right. So the first thing you take is you take 6 points of piercing damage. You're a level 1 character, and you have the extra points from the thing. So this is This next part is where it's going to be bad.
I'm standing.
That's the piercing. Now here's the necrotic you take. Garbage. You take 5 points of necrotic damage. Still up?
Still up.
Your hit point max is reduced. No. Yes, your hit point max was just reduced by 5.
Wait, my max permanently?
Well, not permanently, but for now.
Oh, okay.
She's draining, and you feel it like, and it's really bad. And then Anders leaves your reach, Robert. If you want to punch him in the back of the head, you're welcome to.
Can I not use a weapon? I have to,
I'll let you use a reaction, pull the weapon out. Sure. You want to hit him?
I would like to use my whip.
Sure. Okay. So as he starts running, you
He
can
likes it.
Yeah, you can smack him with your whip. Make an attack with your whip. As he moves past you, you pull that out, and as your reaction, you smack him with the whip.
Do I need to roll to hit on this?
You do. Make an attack roll for the whip, which should be on your page.
20, natural 20.
Ooh.
Well, sir, you get
Nice.
to roll. You get to roll double the usual damage dice on that. So Robert Schlichter's whip typically deals a d4, so roll 2d4 instead of 1.
All right. 5. Oh, I have a 3 and a 2.
3 and
do
2.
I get plus 1 plus 1?
Sadly, you don't add anything to this because you don't have any stat for it. But still, 5 points of damage, not bad. And man, this would have been maybe doable with the Dahlia been here. This is rough with 2 vampires on you guys. He, however, having been struck, he was told to take that spectrometer over there and get measurements on her. But you just hit him, and he's very mad. So I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw for him.
For those in the chat, this is a character that Robert
That's
Schlichter
excellent
played
thing to point
previously.
out. Yes.
Old guy.
He's being attacked by a previous character who was turned into a vampire. He died that time. His soul kind of moved on. So he vaguely remembers this person. All right. So he has succeeded against this. Are you just trying to hit him, or are you trying to keep him here?
Me?
You, Robert Schlichter.
I would like to try. I want to try to destroy his electroplasmic spectrometer.
Oh, you did roll a natural 20. If you would like, I will not apply that damage to hidden. Instead, I will apply it to the machine.
Yes.
All right. I'm actually going to have that machine just make a Constitution saving throw on its own behalf. It only has a Constitution of 10, so it has no plus on this. I'm just going to have that damage plus. Nope. The machine breaks. In response, he snaps back, his machine broken, and he will use his action to attack you. He will reach towards you, so make an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever modifier is better for you, as he tries to grab a hold of you.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
He does manage to grab hold of you, and now also he's going to try to bending your neck down, and it's just biting into it. At the whole time being like, I had that even before I died. How could you do this to me? And taking a bite at you. Son of a butt. That is 2 plus 6 is 8. I assume that is not below your armor class.
13.
Ooh.
So he's trying to bite you, but you are able to just, because of your leather, your leather garb you have on under your clothes, he kind of can't just get the position in.
You kinky bastard!
There's like a cuff up there, and he kind of can't make it. All right, with that, we do move on to you. In fact, it is now your turn. So you are grappled, which means your speed is 0 unless you use an action to sort of break the grapple, but your speed is 0, but technically you can still attack the target.
When you say you, do you mean who?
So sorry, yes, you, Robert Schlichter. So you can keep attacking. If you want to, I'll even let you keep attacking the machine on the ground. You've broken it, but he might be able to salvage it.
Is the door still open?
The door is still open.
How far away is the door?
The door is within your movement distance. Now, he'll maybe be able to try to grab you as you run, but you can try to break the grapple and run if you'd like to do that on your turn.
And is Oksana Is she currently being grappled?
She is being grappled, yes.
How far away am I from...
She's at the door. She's like 5 feet. She's in the little, like Dylan's out the door. She was right at the door. The vampire was trying to get her at the door, and you were, yeah.
Would it be possible for me to run and just knock away whoever's grappling her and kind of push out the door?
That would be difficult because you kind of have to use your action to break your own grapple. But you could try it.
Let's try it.
All right. First of all, well, all of this may be moot. So you use your action, make an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice. This vampire will do the opposite.
It's a 4.
So you have this plan in your mind to like push off and do this, and you try to go, and Anders just, he gets like some fingers underneath like the cuff of your like of your bondage leathers under your clothes, and just you're going nowhere.
You're going nowhere.
Hey, freak show, you're going nowhere. Got you for 3 rounds of, or how many rounds of playtime?
For 3 minutes
of playtime. So you are unable to move, and that is unfortunately your action.
All right.
Oksana, your turn.
Yes. I'm sorry, he did not succeed at removing the person from me, right?
He did not succeed at getting away from the person who's holding him.
Oh, okay. So I will attempt to grab and punch the face of the person. I don't know where they are.
She's like
in
front of you. She's like,
okay.
Yeah.
Punch.
Okay.
Again.
You can do a punch. Go ahead.
So 18 plus 7 is
25 definitely hits.
Thank you.
So you can roll your damage on that with your magic gloves.
Ooh. So 15.
Cool.
Thank you, Etienne, for the gloves.
Mm-hmm. She heals 20 at the top of every turn, right?
I'm still
you do a good solid punch. Now you can always use your bonus action to shove or grapple or punch again.
I would like to shove away.
So you're gonna get a pop in, and now you're gonna try to shove back. All right, so go ahead and make an athletics check. This is contested.
Okay. Ooh. That one. Plus 6, which is 7, but don't matter.
She rolls better than that and holds on. She's got you.
Okay.
And she's looking crazy. But Dylan, it's actually your turn. You're about 20 feet out of the door. You see this thing's trying to grab Oksana, who's punched it a couple times, but cannot get free of it.
Can I throw a rock at her and then run?
Sure.
Is there a rock somewhere?
Yeah, you could pick up a rock. You can even pick up like a decorative rock from Miss Smith Wellington's yard and just chuck that. Go for it.
Great.
A white lady painted rock.
A garden.
So this counts as an improvised weapon, right?
Yeah, it's a D4.
Well, that's gonna be a 6, so it's probably doesn't hit.
I think it even does. It just kind of bounces off of Hopfen, who's not even seeing it. And just says, "Oh yes, auf Wiedersehen, good, yeah." And now it's Hopfen's turn.
Then I'm gonna run.
And then you're getting out. Hopfen kind of looks at you, Oksana. You are going to be useful. You and those big muscles and those cool hands of yours. You're going to be very useful indeed, my dear. Don't worry, this is going to hurt a lot. And then she will try to bite you once again. She deals you, or she hits you for a 16. So yes. All right. So you take 6 points of piercing damage.
I'm at -1, so I'm down.
Well, hold on, actually. I'll apply it in the opposite direction. Let's see. Because you also take... Wow, 4, 4, 4, 4. What is your current hit point maximum with the 5 that we took off from the necrotic?
Oh.
13.
Okay.
Does that count for anything?
Nope, it does not, because she deals you 12 necrotic, which means currently your HP max is 1. But you are not dead yet. She has not killed you. She's drinking you.
I'm not dead yet.
She's trying to turn you, but you are still around. And we will go to Dr. Anders Anderson, who's just fucking furious. Go ahead.
Wait, so I'm like out. I'm at 0.
You're at 0. You're not unconscious. You're like, as like blood is gushing out.
I'm suffering.
Your hit point max is currently 1, but you are not dead yet. She would have to continue, and you're going to get to make a death save and maybe roll a 20, and maybe you can, run away or some craziness. But
we'll see.
For now,
Or I'll roll a 13.
Dr. Anders Anderson is going to try to once again bite into the neck of this man who once was him. And he's very mad because you broke his machine. It's a just natural 1 is what it is right there.
Beautiful.
So,
that leather armor really coming in handy.
his leather armor is keeping it
His kinky shit
well
is
for
keeping
you.
him alive.
So basically, because of this, you are grappled. He is going to try to just slash at you with a claw at the very least. This one will, this one actually will hit you for a 14. 8 plus 6.
I actually don't have HP at all, so I don't know.
What is your Constitution modifier?
-2.
Okay, so you have 8 hit points.
Okay, so what did you just hit me at? I'm sorry.
No, that was just 2 hits. So now I'm rolling the damage.
Oh,
but
okay,
if I do if I do 8 or more, you're down. It's 2d4 plus 3. So, and I roll 7. So cool. So you're both up with 1 hit point because let's just prolong everyone's suffering as long as possible. Jesus Christ. Speaking of which, Schlichter, it is your turn. So he's like he can't bite you and he can't get past that, and he like missed, but then just sort of takes this claw that his hand has become and just kind of like just gashes at your throat, and like the blood is pouring out. You see his fangs and his desperate mouth. He's just so badly wants to consume you. But you still have movement and action, and you still have a turn. You can try to break the grapple once again if you'd like.
I want to do 2 things.
Okay.
I want to try to break the grapple.
Okay.
And I want to yell for something to come help us. And I don't care what it is, but something to intervene as loud as I can.
Interesting. You have noticed this happening at times. All right, I will let you do both of those things. First, let's see if you break the grapple.
And what do I roll for?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you're.
Or acrobatics.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, that's a 13.
Nat 13?
But it's a 12 now, but it was a nat 13.
Well, guess what? I rolled a 5 on the die for this person, that's only an 8. So that's actually good news for you as we go up to 7. So each of you has provided me with 1 today. That's lovely.
Some beautiful horror juice.
What the folks want.
All right. So, and the first time I didn't do it, and the second time I didn't even make a deal of rolling, but I didn't get 1 there either. But we got what I'm saying. So everyone's it's even spread of everyone giving me the stuff. Let's see if because we didn't get 1 on Dan. So Zane did hit a 13.
No.
He has broken the grapple, so he can run, but he rolled a 13. Not a Y or Z.
That looked like it was close though.
So he was like, just why didn't you just? You could have just stopped that one letter. Last would have had it.
We also currently have 13 viewers, so.
Ooh. Auspicious. So,
Very spooky.
Dr. Robert Schlichter, you have pushed your way off. You have broken the grapple. You can run away if you want. You can try to run. Now, there is another vampire there who might try to hit you on the way out, but if you want to run through the door, you can, and then, make your plea for help.
Yes, I want to run through the door and then scream for anything to come intervene.
Something help us. Something help us. All right, so I will let you rush past. Anders, you pushed Anders back. Cannot attack you. You run past this other vampire. She sees you going. She said you could leave, so she's not going to attack you on your way out. She told Dylan she'd let you go, so she's like, yeah, go ahead. So she kind of, she's like, just like mouth full of Oksana blood. So you just like, and she kind of winks at you as you go. But you're out there. I want you to make a persuasion check as you call out to the heavens for assistance.
Fuck. It's a 3.
Oh, well.
You kind of basically, so you run out there and you're like, I've seen this happen. I'm gonna do it. And what is it you're saying? You just like something help us.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and Dylan, as you're kind of turning back, you see him come out, and you see him look heavenward and just open his mouth to say something, help us. But all that comes out is this gout of blood, as whatever like has been severed inside, coughs up, help us. Nothing hears your cries. As you cough up the blood from the vicious wound, you have 1 hit point, and you're outside about 10 feet now, or 5-10 feet from the door. All right, Oksana, it is your turn.
I'm being bitten.
You are being bitten. Actively bitten. Now, I will say you can try to break the grapple.
Well,
go ahead.
Just need to make a death saving throw.
Oh, that's right. You're down. Oh, that's right. You're you are at 0, but you're not dead. So please make a death saving throw. If you roll a 20, you are up. However, you have a hit point. So now's the biggest time for you to roll a natural 20.
4.
Oksana, it is so sad because Pretty Girl wasn't even here.
I know.
I thought about you know what? I thought about changing the situation because of that and said that's not the spirit of this game. if people aren't here, and that's how it goes. And it's a love story being cut short for no reason. But the best thing is about the nature of how you're being killed. Don't worry, she's gonna see you again plenty. All right, so with that, it is Dylan's turn. I assume you're just running, Dylan.
So, I mean, I see like Dr. Schlichter running out and like coughing up this blood like in this horrifying fashion. And I think I scream and then I run. But I scream very loudly.
You scream and you run. That brings us back to Hopfen, who will. You're incapacitated, so it's an advantage on this one. It's for yes, and manages to just drink the rest of the blood. And then using the rest of her turn as she's kind of turning back. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm sure you can fix your machine. It will be useful. She kind of just like blood all over the mouth, kind of Oksana hanging limply in an arm, just closes that door as you sort of look back, Robert, and you hear like the door is like kind of like the wood scraping against it. You hear the lock turning.
Am I dead, or can I say something?
You can say something in that last moment. That's fine, sure.
Tell Dahlia I had her in my heart. Forever.
Understood. It probably mainly sounds like, tell Dahlia, but...
You are a cruel human being, and I don't want to be your friend anymore.
If somebody was ripping your throat out with their teeth at that point. It's not.
No, it was over here, not here.
That's fair, but anyway, you say that, and maybe she would reply, "Oh, is that what that interesting flavor is? Oh, yeah, Dahlia, I'll have to try it sometime." So
that was good.
So, with that
monster.
The door is closed. You are bleeding like very badly. You have a hit point, which is hilarious. And you can run after Dylan if you'd like to, Dr. Robert.
I do not want to be alone at this moment. He's the only person I know.
So, as you rush off after Dylan, there's this moment where part of you feels an overwhelming gratitude that nothing answered your cry for assistance, because there are a lot of dark things in this town. The good news is you have given the vampires information they wanted. The growing vampire team, soon to have Oksana added to the list, along with Ether and Oksana and her punch and gloves, along with Ether and as we've now seen, Anders. Will he be able to repair his machinery? I don't know. It seems like Dylan and Robert are basically back to where they started at the beginning of this session, minus three women plus a lot of damage on one of them. That's basically
a lot of physical damage on one of them,
and a lot
of emotional damage on another.
Yes, the physically damaged one is the one who could help the other with the emotional damage if you guys. But with the two of you rushing off into the mist, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. But not tonight's stream, for it seems like we do have a good number of people in chat now, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, it's like 10.
All right. Well, hey, chat, we are going to do a little poll. I will put this up. We will do let's do a 5-minute duration on this. And I hope this shows up in chat. It says that it should just do it. It says I start poll, so I do this.
Well, then what's happening, Philip?
I will. All right. Did we see that? Is that up?
Yes.
You see a poll popped up? Cool. All right. So yes, here is the deal. We are going to be running a one-shot on the night of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, October 31st. That's the last day of October, and it's culturally significant for horror stuff. So you have two options for what this will be. I will go into a little bit more detail in them, and everyone can vote. And I think you can spend bits to vote again. I don't know, some stuff like that. But the options are: one option is a gothic horror story, not run with. We will not be running this gothic horror story using D&D rules. It will actually be using the Chaosium Call of Cthulhu rules, the D100 system, for a tale of, although it is not so much the Lovecraftian dread, but it is a tale of horror of that nature. It is set in Scotland. I wonder if that has any significance to anything on our channel.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm changing all my votes. I gotta spend some channel points.
Option 2 is a super hilarious lethal dungeon crawl. I've run it before. I will update it to be more Halloween centric. If you think people die fast on Blood from a Stone, you should have us run this dungeon crawl where it's just like ridiculous, brutal deaths are just like the joke of it. It's very funny, but it's also very kind of like, it's got like weird puzzles and things. So these are our two options. What we're going to do is we're going to have 3 voting sessions of this. And whichever one sort of wins like the most overall. I think I am told like total number of votes of both, of, you know, which one got the most votes here or there or whatever. So,
yeah.
So I will be able to let you all know that. So everyone please vote in that. You know what? I'm actually going to vote on my personal account for the one I want, because I could just decide, but no, it'll be a majority rule, but I'm going to put my, put my vote in.
Which one do you want though?
I'm not telling you.
I'm watching
Oh,
the
you want
votes.
the dragon.
What? There's no dragon?
Or dungeon crawl.
I actually will be very happy to do either of them.
I just saw the
Dragon
Gothic horror
crawl?
one creep up.
Because
So.
I'm
Yeah,
dyslexic.
I did too.
The Gothic horror
What?
one is creeping up.
Yeah.
That's the one I voted for.
The Gothic
I
horror.
I voted a bunch of Lethal Dungeon. Now I gotta spam some votes.
Oh wait,
for
can
Gothic
you
horror.
see what it's at right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 to 11.
Crazy. Oh wow, I didn't realize it would be. Ooh, the dungeon crawl is in the lead. Fun. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do this poll 3 times. So technically, you will be able to vote at least 3 times if you wind up being live for all 3, all 3 events. But we will do as the. All right, let me do this.
Wow, someone's really spamming the Gothic horror.
You, Lauren?
I'm doing it now
Look at his
too.
face.
Now that he said it's in Scotland, I need that to happen.
I feel like Rita Repulsa, like, Ranger!
Oh, you guys are using channel points, so I shouldn't let
Yeah.
channel points be used from now on.
Right. Yeah.
Is this bad? All right, so this one's gonna be real skewed. I get it. Fair enough. Okay, if I log out,
I have not known what to use these for. So
Yeah. There's something. Yeah.
because I want to play in this.
Wow. Oh, so there's gonna be hundreds of votes on this because you guys can use your million channel points. That's hilarious. All right.
Here's the thing. If I play in this, I will be getting up to give candy to children because I wasn't able to do it last year. So,
Oh man.
and you know what? Every time I do that, kill my character. I'll have
Okay.
18 lined up.
Is it a multiple? Can one person have multiple characters, or do you just have people that keep coming in that'll show up new to play the game?
I'm not completely sure how it will work. If I have enough interest from players in it, I might do a ridiculous thing where, yeah, we do really have a lot of people showing up in both directions. But the intention is more everyone just has like a million generic adventurers ready to go, who they all.
Who's spamming Dungeon Crawl? Because I'm spamming Gothic horror now, and
I put my one vote in. I don't think I have any channel points.
I have so many channel points.
I know. Yeah. I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm
I am curious though. Yes, somebody out there is into Dungeon Crawl, or is it possible that someone is spamming both to try to keep it interesting?
Who?
In the immortal words of Sean Connery in the film Entrapment, you're playing both sides.
You're the man now, dog.
Oh wait, so it's over. The poll ended.
Oh,
So
Jack,
all right. There it is.
and
Jack, why the dungeon crawl? You can see that anywhere. Gothic horror, and it
Also-
may be related to.
no, you
potentially
should
both. The Gothic horror is I believe related to both a previous Monday night stream as well as this stream.
Exactly.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm. Yep.
Yes.
All right, so the current total stands. Now, this is not locked yet. The total is currently 160 votes for Gothic Horror and 129 votes for a Lethal Dungeon Crawl. But there's going to be 2 more opportunities to vote. One is on Sunday night during Here Be Dragons Session 1/2, and one is on Monday night during Wild Beyond the Witchlight Session 2. So, you guys are welcome to vote again. I don't know if people have channel points left after that, but you're
I do.
welcome to do it. I have been telling you about this. No, not for 2 years. I only came up with it last year.
You've been flooding those votes. No, we can play that another time. No.
I need to see Maisie.
I just said it's a Gothic horror set in Scotland in the 1800s. I didn't say that point, but it is in the 1800s.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's
Very
my fault that Maisie
Hello there.
did her stuff.
So it is. Look, people can vote how they want. So the current total stands at 160 to 129,
Pierce.
and we will see how this goes after two more voting sessions open. I will leave channel points available because I think it's unfair if it was only allowed this time, because I think that would take the number of votes, catastrophically lower. So I think it's important to allow people to, other people have tons of channel points, etc. How do people get channel points? What is
Just
that?
by staying
You,
on the
like,
channel.
chat
Yeah,
and
by watching.
watch.
I have
Chatting
no
and
idea.
watching.
Then yeah, like we need to give, like if Book and Dagger is able to watch,
Yeah.
or if Jesus Christ Gaming or whatever, some people who are in there a lot.
Oh no, they're gonna decide it then. 'Cause
Sure,
Um,
that's how it goes.
in response to Pierce's comment, "This is democracy." My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy.
To democracy.
Okay. Democracy allows lobbying, so I will be lobbying for the Gothic horror.
Sure, it totally allows it. So guys, very fun.
Oh, thanks, Jack.
This will be.
I will join if it's Gothic horror. So come
Wow.
on to our other streams and
wow. So you are
I
making
will lobby.
you are
I will
making the
lobby.
claim that you will only play in the Halloween game, to which technically I never asked you to play in. You just
Oh.
told me you already would be playing in it, and I did not push back on that. I received a
rude.
text when I found out that we would have people who couldn't make it to the Dragon game, and usually in that time slot, and I said, so we will have a Halloween game. She says, I'm in it. And she said, is that rude that I just tell you what I'm playing in?
No, I said I want to be in it. And I said, is it rude that I just yell at you? By yell, I mean all caps text about things I want to be in.
But the point is, the Rose Explodes will only be appearing in that, apparently, for Gothic horror. So
That's my
Speaking
hard
of
line,
dragons,
so vote for that.
speaking of dragons, I might have a couple free Sundays coming up. So
understood. Well,
Moonwing.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I am a dragon.
Has anyone? I'm just going to talk about this on stream for a second. Anybody here watching What We Do in the Shadows?
I've not seen season
Okay.
3. I just got my.
I haven't
ex-girlfriend's
seen
Hulu
it, but I
login
want
today.
to.
I will be watching.
I've been rewatching it. I won't talk about stuff from season 3, even though it just it carries on in a great way. He is the greatest
So
character
good.
in the history of television. Laszlo Cravensworth.
Laszlo's great. I also really love Colin Robinson.
Oh, they're all fantastic, but there's something. The thing about everyone, they're all original Greek characters. But what Laszlo's thing is he just has this like he is so confident in whatever he is doing at any moment, and it's just the greatest feeling. So the point is, come be Moonwing the Dragon. You're the only person. I made the claim, and you're getting grandfathered now. You can only come if they allow you.
Well, Andrew might vote against
Because there may be a vote against that, because there's 2 of them who may be maybe a little salty about that for different reasons.
I know Andrew is. Who else is salty?
I mean, maybe someone you were in a tent with for a week and didn't tell them.
I have seen Jed in person 3 times since then, and we're good. We're Gucci.
I'm sure he doesn't.
He's
care.
down.
He was, of everyone in that game, my concern level for player upsetness. He was the least I was worried about, and then honestly, Vonda. I was like, Vonda will be fun. I'm not too worried about Vonda. Because Vonda's been in games where I've done even more messed up stuff than that. So check us out on Sunday nights for Here Be Dragons, a draconic campaign where the players are actually dragons. Check us out on Monday nights for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Come back here on Fridays for Blood from a Stone. We had a huge character death tonight. I guess we should actually text that to let Liv know that.
That was.
I just told Liv.
You did? Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So that was.
It's like breaking
told
up
her.
like via text.
She was my love.
Not only that, if you enjoy what we do, please follow us or subscribe. Guys, I don't want to be this person, but if we get 8 more subscriptions before like people's and everyone who currently asks for subscriptions remembers to renew them or do their Prime stuff, we can get 2 more emotes for the channel, for 2 more like free to all tier 1 subs.
Also, if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you have a free subscription to use on any Twitch channel, and we're here all the time. So, we'd appreciate it.
And ours is a good one to use, at least like
but
in a
follow
condensed,
is good enough too.
Condensed time here to try to get those emotes unlocked. So yeah, follows are also great. But thank you all so much for watching. Anybody else have anything else to plug or say or complain about?
Your DMing, I hate that you killed me. I would like to file an official complaint that I died.
I have a complaint about your DMing, and my complaint is that you haven't sprung anything on me like what you sprung on the players on Sunday night.
No, I am really sorry about that. I'd love to do that too at some point. Well,
just
everyone.
Dan, isn't it enough that I just fuck around and bad shit happens? Like that's your surprise.
But it's like there's like the surprise, but it's like I want to be the victim of a premeditated murder. But like an emotional murder, not like an actual murder.
An emotional murder.
Someone clip that, please.
Yeah, that's true. I did not intend.
Sure. Yeah.
I did not intend bad things to happen.
This was just a dream tonight.
Oh, I do like the idea that at some point in Blood from a Stone, I should give the players the out that at the end of one session they can say that was all a dream. But then, I guess if I'm ever going to do that, I shouldn't say the horrifying thing I was about to say next.
Yeah, no, spring it on us, yeah.
All right, I will at some point give the players the ability to say the preceding session was a dream.
If someone becomes a divination wizard.
No, do you know what I want?
What?
I want the ability as a player to play like Madam Ether again or Oksana again, but on your side to help kill, to help murder.
That might be doable. I have to think about how to do that, but that might actually be doable.
I won't be here the next 2 weeks though.
Well.
Wait. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Dark times. Well, on that grim note,
the worst
so don't try to imitate me. No, you can't.
Everyone, Oksana. Well, they may destroy the Oksana vampire long before.
No, not while I'm not here.
I can't. We have to do what the game has us do. I'm so sorry, but we'll see. In any event, guys,
who's in control? No one's in control here.
It's just the dice, the sweet, sweet dice. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, have a dreadful night. Ooh, bye-bye. Ooh, scary. Bye.
Bags are packed, you're at the door. A taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say. I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that. You had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after anything. But don't give up, not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line. I feel like we've been running through somebody else's dreams. It isn't what it seems. I can't keep up this game. You're looking for someone to rule a kingdom by your side, but I'm nobody's bride. You need to know you're never gonna change my name. But don't give up, not for 1 minute. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find another chance to win it. But what you're looking for is in another castle down the line.